people, here we are, week 183. Right, before I do anything, I'm going to feed the fish. Right, let's them done for a minute. So, been away again for 7 days, I think it was. So my son was in charge of the tank this time, so happy to report no dramas. The only slight issue I asked him to put some water in the sump. This time of year I'm still adjusting the evaporation because I don't use the auto top off. I use the calc basically to do all of the evaporation. So I keep adjusting it down as the weather gets colder. Normally I have the door open when I'm here just to let fresh air in, unless it's really cold, but it's been reasonably mild last week. And because obviously I wasn't here and he wasn't here because he doesn't live here, the door was shut, so the room got considerably warmer than it would normally, so the evaporation was probably a bit more. And I just asked him to top the sump up, and he didn't quite overfill it, but I said just put the water on for a minute at most, and he obviously forgot. And he came back, he sent me a picture, so the sump was about that far from the top, which he went, oh, that was close, you know, nearly overflowed it. So I was like, yeah, okay. So the trouble with that is all of my dosing lines are now submerged into salt water. So I kind of just messaged him back and just went, yeah, you're going to have to drain that down so all of those lines are not in the salt, because they're just going to clog up and it's going to cause a nightmare. So yeah, so there was that. So he just jugged it back out, put it down the sink basically. And then I checked that the calc was dripping because I didn't want that line to clog up. It all looked like it was good. So really that was it. Yeah, I think that was, yeah, you kind of, I don't think anything else happened. Oh, I'll tell you what did happen actually. He went to clean the glass and your magnet cleaner is absolute rubbish. I only remember weeks ago I dropped it and I broke the, I don't know where I put it. I broke the end that holds the blade, like the plastic part of the, I got the flipper magnet, flipper float magnet, I don't know what it's called. It's there actually, you can see it in the corner of that shot. Yeah, so anyway, I went to use, and what happened, because it didn't fit the glass properly, it cleans like two little tiny stripes, left a massive bit in the middle, and he just bought me a new one basically. So that is a brand new one, so I will try not to drop it. I bought myself a book, so there's the book. Bit light reading for me, might not be anything new in there for me, but one, it acts as a refresher for knowledge, because I forget a lot, and normally you can get little tidbits out of those. I just like reading about stuff really. So yeah, so I've got another one coming as well actually that hasn't arrived yet, so I can't even remember what that one's called, but it's another book on fish diseases. Yeah, so that is that. The tank is looking, you know, okay. Yeah, just chopping along. The good news is the Gonny, as it looks very happy. It's come back. I don't know whether the powder blue's just got bored of taking lumps out of it or what actually, but it's looking a lot better. The best it's been for months, to be honest. So I'm hoping that he's moved on and got bored of it. Could be something completely unrelated, I don't know. But the fact is, he looks good. So that's it. All the Gonnies look quite happy actually. Yeah, so I've got some pumps to clean. The pump over the back looks like it needs a good clean. I cleaned the MP60s a couple of days ago down that end of the tank. So yeah, I'll just do a couple more because they're looking a bit grotty. They get bubble algae in them. So, I mean, we can't see any bubble algae in the tank because the tanks absolutely love it. It builds up on the, like the flat surface in the, right. So my Achilles is been slashed by someone. Wow, someone's not happy with him. Yeah, so I think that's it really for the tank. Oh, my MXM module disappeared again the other day, but lots easier fix than last time. So yeah, I mean, I should have sent it back when I bought it really. I'm absolutely useless doing things like that. I've got a whole just boxes of broken stuff down there. I've got Radion light, got an MP40, got a Versa pump. None of them work. I should send them off to be fixed, but I don't know, something wrong with me, I guess. I just can't be bothered. So when I bought the MXM module, the port, you plug the Aquabus cable in, it's just loose, just rattles around. So I should have just sent it back and got another one really, because that one, the other one I bought is fine. So I think sometimes if I knock the lead slightly because it hangs down, it goes off. And I was messing around. I put that's something else I did. I put new dosing lines on my auto feeders for my liquid food, because those silicon lines, they perish on the end. So the end that gets subjected to the light, because they're quite close to the light, over about 3 months, they go a different colour, and if you run them in between your fingers, they just corrode and break apart. So they're not obviously very good at being subjected to these lights. So I replaced all that, and I think possibly while I was working on dosing pumps, I might have knocked the lead. But anyway, it all disappeared. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in, it came back. So no major issues really. Yeah, so I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. It's been quite an uneventful week, which is what I like. Next week, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to get up to Derby University to see a spawning event. So that would be good. So possibly on the next video, I will be able to say whether I actually got up there or not. It's a lot of variables to try and gel and get together, so I've got to find the time to do it, because it's not exactly around the corner. It's a 3-4 hour drive to get there and same to get back, and obviously you don't know whether it's going to happen. So he says he thinks it's going to happen Monday, but he's going to start to look from this Friday. So if I'm not there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's a big chance we could miss it. If it happens on the Monday, perfect, but we all know the chances of things like that working out. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that one, I get there to start with, and two, it happens when I'm there. So that'd be good. So that's what I've got on the agenda. I have no planned vacations other than a little trip up to Derby for the foreseeable future. So hopefully I can concentrate on getting the tank just skipping along. I might make a big change to the way I dose the tank. I've ordered a 5 kilo bucket of bicarbonate, and I might see if I can move over to doing the bicarbonate dosing instead of the calc and the calcium reactor. I don't know if it's going to work out, but sorry, just watching me clean the rest. Got right in the mouth of that tank there. Yes, I quite like the idea. Why am I doing it? Because I do struggle with pH, and I just want to know whether dosing bicarbonate, in the morning in a big dose, will slowly bring my pH up to a steady level and just make it easier to maintain, because I'm constantly balancing out between the CO2 which goes in with the calcium reactor, just being in a room which is not really open to the air a lot. Yeah, and I just struggle with the pH. I mean, in the summer it's not a problem. I can get it up to 8.3 all day long, but in the summer I'm dosing 30 litres of calc in the evaporation. In the winter I'm dosing 14. It just makes it difficult with the calcium reactor going to keep the pH up. So I'm thinking I might give it. I've got nothing to lose, have I really? Well, unless I kill everything, obviously, but I thought I'd try it. see how it is. I can use my own traces to elevate the trace elements. I can use a bicarbonate because you can buy it 99% pure and it's cheap as. It also means I won't have to run a calc stirrer, I won't have to run a calcium reactor, I won't have to buy the media for it, I won't have to add the plugs used by those two things. So it will have certain advantages, and you can buy a 75, not 75, 25 kilo bag of bicarbonate for like 70 quid or something. So it could be substantially cheaper as well, and just simpler because I'm just dosing one thing. I'm dosing magnesium and calcium now, in addition to the calc going in addition to the calcium reactor, in addition to the sodium hydroxide. So the tank is starting to suck up lots of macro and trace elements. So yes, I'm just thinking of that. I mean, do you know the main reason I do these things is just because I like to mess around and try new things. I mean, I guess that's just my nature to keep tinkering. I like tinkering. I know you shouldn't. I know everyone goes just find something that works and stick to it, but I like that side of the hobby. So I will probably always have a tank that's not as good as it could be if I just left it alone. But I enjoy messing around with things. So, and it's as important as having the tank, really. Just trying new things and seeing what works, what's better than others. Yeah, so it's just me. So anyway, so yeah, so I've ordered the bicarbonate, so it should be here this week. So I don't know when I'm going to change it over, but yeah, I'm just going to see what happens. So if I come on a 2 weeks, I'm crying. Okay, no, it didn't go well at all. But yeah, you don't know until you try it, here, because you know, I mean, you think your tank's good, my tank's alright. I know it can be better. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've got, you know, I'm trying to justify my own actions here, really, but I just like buggering about with stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, so I can't think of anything else. Can I think of anything else? No, I can't. I've changed my feeding slightly, but only because I went away. So I did a couple more feeds on the automatic feeding. So it's doing more feeds, small amounts throughout the day, and I'm reducing the feeding that I do, because that's the reason I measure it, really. So I weigh my food out. So I used to do 15 grams in the morning, 25 grams in the afternoon. Yeah, 25 was it, or 30? I can't remember. Anyway, I cut it down, so I now do 20 grams in the afternoon, which they're like their big feeders, I'd call it. And in the morning, I think I went down to 9. So I've just stripped it back, see how they get on. I mean, I can see how they got on because my Achilles has got a large stab mark in the side of it. So I wouldn't have thought it'd be that hungry that they're getting young, but I don't know. I will see how it goes. So yeah, so that's it, guys. So I will see you in the next one.